Paquito D'Rivera is an influential Cuban musician, activist, and composer who contributed greatly to the field of music and continues to do so to this day. His story is one of dedication, which he spreads through the media and his books, along with his abundance of knowledge derived from many decades as a musician. Hispanic heritage history is important to understand the foundation from which the U.S. is made. Many great Hispanic people contributed to the richness of its culture, economy, and music. The story of Paquito D'Rivera is definitely one which deserves mention in this Hispanic Heritage Month presentation. Born in Havana, Cuba in 1948, Paquito D'Rivera grew up with music all over the place in the time of great musicians like Chocolate Armentero, Ernesto Lecuona, and Chico Ferrer. His father was a classical saxophone player who introduced him to many different types of music, such as Lionel Hampton, Count Basie, Benny Carter, and Ted Wilson. His father gave him a tiny curved soprano saxophone at 5 years old and trained him to play it in 6 to 8 months in 1954. He later played his first performance at the National Theatre Orchestra at age 10 and grew up listening to the likes of Dizzy Gillespie, Benny Golson, Carmen, Dave Brubeck, and the Heath Brothers, to name a few. He went on to study at the Havana Conservatory of Music and, at 17, became a featured soloist with the Cuban National Symphony. As he learned music in school, he also gained valuable knowledge about how to perform and improvise. He refined his tools he learned in school by playing as much as he could outside. He got into various gigs and orchestras by asking around while using connections from his father. He later co-founded the Orquesta Cubana de Música Moderna and served as the band's conductor for 2 years. In 1973, he co-directed Irakere, a highly popular ensemble whose mixture of jazz, rock, classical, and traditional Cuban music was never heard before. They toured extensively and received a Grammy in 1979 for Best Latin Jazz Ensemble. When Cuba joined the Soviet Union, everyone thought the country would change for the better. Castro highlighted the Soviet Union as an objective to strive for, and Paquito wanted to find out for himself how that objective looked. He visited the Soviet Union in 1968 and didn't like what he saw. He said it himself in an interview for Newport Jazz Festival that, if this was going to be what my country is going to be like, then it's time to leave, because it was terrible. While on tour in Spain, he sought asylum in the United States Embassy. After seeking asylum in the United States, he toured the world with his ensembles, the Paquito D'Rivera Big Band, the Paquito D'Rivera Quintet, and the Chamber Jazz Ensemble. He played a unique mix of different genres, with influences from jazz, rock, classical, and traditional Cuban music, with more than 30 solo albums. In 1988, he was a founding member of the United Nations Orchestra, organized by Dizzy Gillespie to showcase the fusion of Latin and Caribbean influences with jazz. In 1991, the same year he received the Lifetime Achievement Award for his contributions to Latin music, he was featured in a Grammy Award-winning recording with many other great musicians live at Royal Festival Hall. He has received numerous awards for his compositions involving combinations between different kinds of music. He played descargas, which were performances where the instruments improvise and interact with each other to make the music come to life, fusing the improvisations of American jazz with Cuban rhythms. One of such performances was dedicated to Israel Lopez, nicknamed Cachao. Paquito D'Rivera recognized the life of Cachao with a speech. He spoke of how Jaco Pastorius, one of the best bassists in the world, recognized Cachao as the world's best bassist, and Cachao's impact on Cuban music and culture. Overall, the 16 Grammy and Latin Grammy Award winner Paquito D'Rivera has had a mark, becoming an ambassador by creating and promoting a cross-culture of music that transcends societal and musical barriers, moving between jazz, classical, and Latin music.